This is Back to the Kitchen with Kiara, your host. I'm gonna show you how to make Philly cheesesteak casserole. In this bowl, I have 3 bell peppers sliced and then halved after sliced, and then 2 small onions, or you could use a large onion, and then a pound of mushrooms sliced and rinsed. Mushrooms are optional. I just highly recommend it. Here's a 1/4 cup of chicken broth. I do recommend bone broth, but if all you can find is chicken broth, that works too. Or you can make your own. And then I have a thing of cream cheese. You can use all of it or half of it, depending on how creamy you want it. Good bit of beef. Shaped like a heart. When you add anything to a skillet, you want it to sizzle when it first comes in. That way you know it's hot enough. I'm breaking it up right now. Then I'm going to add 2 teaspoons of salt and a half a teaspoon of pepper to the beef. Yeah. Stir it up in there. It's gonna be good. It's gonna be tasty. It's gonna be real good in my tummy. To be honest, this meat smells not good. Like it's making me feel gross. After the beef is done, I will put it in this dish. This is a 9 by 13, but you can use, similar size dish. The size does not matter. As long as it's a dish, you can put in the oven for a casserole. It's almost done. It's almost there. Want no red bits. No red bits in here. Go ahead and add a little more olive oil to here. That's a lot more than I was expecting. You put that in the dish. Then I'll let this cool and then just scrape it right into the garbage. Easy. Okay. And then you can cook the mushrooms with the other veggies, but I just prefer to do it separately. And if you have a big enough dish, you can just add this all back together, like the meat and the veggies. And then you just want to cook until the onions are translucent or until the mushrooms are darker. They shrink a little bit, they're darker, they let off a lot of juices. You just have to stir this occasionally to make sure it doesn't burn. But you're going to do this all over about medium-high heat, depending on your burner, because you want a nice brown if you can. If not, it'll still be very yummy. Well, these mushrooms look pretty good. Is that good? Okay. So I'm just going to go ahead and throw them in this dish with the meat. Ouch. You'll be okay. Alright, now I'm adding my half tablespoon of Italian seasoning, half teaspoon of garlic, and a teaspoon of smoked paprika. If you only have regular paprika, that's fine. But I really do recommend the smoked paprika because it's very yummy. And then again, we're going to cook the peppers and the onions about 8 to 10 minutes, roughly. I think I'm going to throw in a little butter over olive oil. I'm throwing about a tablespoon of butter. Get all these little brown bits off the bottom of the pan. That has a lot of flavor. For any recipe, not even just this one, when you gotta use cooking oil or something, I highly recommend olive oil or coconut oil, avocado oil. I just really don't think you should use vegetable oil or canola oil because those are bad for you. Alright, now that these onions and peppers look pretty good, I'm gonna go ahead and add my quarter cup of chicken broth and my cream cheese, which I left downstairs. Let me go grab it. All right, I'm back from downstairs. Here's my cream cheese. could either add half to a whole block of cream cheese. Depends on how creamy you want it. Alright, then you're going to give that a good stir to melt the cream cheese. Too bad a dog's not in here. Is Dakota in here? Dakota! Is it hot? I'm sorry. Just making her sneeze, I guess. Nice and creamy. Really hot. Alright, that's nice and melted. I'm going to go ahead and add it to here. Get all that yummy stuff out of there. Oh yeah. And then you're going to give that a good mix to combine. All that good stuff. I use Sargento, very good brand. Don't use much preservatives or anything of that sort. Or you could go to the deli or even buy a block of provolone, grate it up, shred it up, slice it. You can use anywhere from 6 to 12 pieces. Completely cover it if you want. 2 cups, however much you want. I really like it cheesy, so I go ahead and do 12. Alright. Oh yeah, that's nice. Nice and covered with cheese. You can use slices or shredded. Yeah. And then this is gonna go in the oven about 10 minutes, and then I like to broil it about 5 more minutes after that to get it nice and brown and bubbly. Alright. Take a look at that. Brown, bubbly. Let's see how it turned out. Cheesy. Maybe I should have got a smaller plate. Oh well, it's fine. Gotta get all those little goobers out of there. And the longer you let it sit, the thicker it'll get. The thicker it'll get. It's nice and delicious. This is one of my favorite dishes to make. Very easy. It's a keto dish, actually, if you're into that. And I think that's all for today. We got this delicious dish. I'm gonna give it a taste. Hits the spot every time. So cheesy. Oh yeah. It's so good. And that's it for this episode of Back to the Kitchen. I'll see you next time.